Hello Sagittarius, welcome back. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming. If you're new, I hope you enjoy the reading. It's a general reading. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, and that will also escalate it for other people to view on YouTube. I'm also using the bottom of the deck. In this instance, it's Aquarius, I know. So this is possibly leading on to other areas in your life at this time. So you may be getting some sort of future insight, almost like a download, or some kind of glimpse of future trends, or a direction that you should be moving in, or just some kind of insight into what it is you should be doing right now. So this is a very intuitive leap of consciousness from where you are now to what you want to, where you want to be, or what you want to start in your life. More than likely it involves technology of some kind, because this card does bring that in. So it's almost like it's a brilliant idea, or just an idea for yourself, or it's a culmination of something that you've been working on and now you have the way forward, but it's some kind of glimpse of the future. With this card also you can expect to be having support from friends and alliances that you are involved with at this time, and also groups of, whether it's groups of people or just some kind of almost like an alliance, or some sort of society, or some kind of group activity where the other people see what you're doing and they lend you their support or their knowledge, or just general advice or help. So it could very well be an original idea. It could be unconventional. You could be associating with people who are very different from yourself in order to launch this thing, or to appeal to an audience that is very different from yourself. However it applies for you. But this is very futuristic. It's technological, electronic, and it's the support of others in this endeavor. Okay, so in your first house you have Earth element stability. So lovely card to be coming in your first house. So you are either, projecting stability at this time, or you are striving for stability. Your first house is everything to do with yourself, your physical body, your vitality, your life force. It's also what you project to others. So what you are manifesting at this time, and what you're projecting outwards, what other people see. So it's your appearance, your characteristics, your personality, and so on. This card covers all your own personal self-oriented interests, and your personal independence at this time, how you are making your way in the world, what's happening from a day-to-day basis, just how you're entering different phases in your life. So with Earth element stability, as I said, you're striving for stability, or stability is coming to you at this time. It's about accepting responsibility for everything that is in your life currently. You're going to have to exert some patience and trust that things are unfolding, and trust in yourself as well. And it's also about assessing what is tried and tested, what has worked, what has really stood the test of time for you. Building foundations for life from those things and from other elements that you're bringing in now. So foundations for life. It's about getting organized. You may be starting a business. Now this theme carries on right throughout your chart, and it's also, as I said, in your overall bottom of the deck, which is something that's coming. You're getting a glimpse of something, and possibly it's a business that you want to start. You could be getting involved in something. This card is also about meeting the right people who are going to be very influential and very helpful in your life. It's about being ambitious as well, ambitious about this idea, or ambitious about bringing elements into your life now that you want to move forward with. It could involve real estate, it could involve land, purchasing and selling of that. It could also be to do with purchasing land which you intend to live off. So close to nature, close to the earth, growing your own food, or just having a place where you will eventually end up, once you've, getting to your older years, and somewhere that you can build up over the years. So it's some kind of investment like that. This card is also the card of sensuality. So all things pleasurable will be great for you right now, all pleasurable activities. It could also just be extending to things like fabrics and sumptuous foods and sumptuous surroundings, luxurious surroundings, bringing that into your environment, or enjoying sensual activities with another. There's lots of ways that can manifest, but it's the full appreciation and enjoyment of tactile things. It could also be that you, at this time, you're being overly serious. Perhaps you're being too serious about things, or you are plodding in some way. And this is just a heads up to let go of your fears and take action now in the direction that you want. It could also be an indication of materialism and hoarding. So if you have got that problem at this time, let go of all these things that you don't need anymore, get rid of them and free up your energy and free up your space. Then in the second house, which is your house of income, it's also the house of your self-worth and also your values. So what you value in yourself, what you value in others, and in possessions, ownership, all forms of ownership. Okay, so with this card, Virgo, and I analyze, it is a very detail-oriented card. It's an analytical card. It's ruled by Mercury. So this is a sort of evaluation. It's a kind of assessment. So what is working for you right now? You need to cut out what isn't. And that can be also self-talk, negative self-talk, nitpicking to about yourself and what you're doing and so on. So you need to be gentle with yourself at this time. Give an honest assessment about what it is that's working for you, what you can use going forward, what you can improve, and so on. And that extends obviously to ownership and values as well. And also with regards to your income. How are you earning your income? Is it working for you? How can you improve that? How can you change that? It's about getting organized, decluttering. Declutter your environment, declutter your emotions, declutter your finances. Perhaps you have too many accounts or too much debt. Whatever it is, you need to have a really thorough cut out and declutter. You need to come across as being conscientious and reliable at this time. Also notice the details around you. Notice the details in your environment. It could also be about figures. You're analyzing figures. And what needs to be done as part of a business launch or part of just an overhaul of your second house activities. Speak up when needed as well. Don't sort of take a back seat and let things pass you by. If you are asked to give your input on certain things, then make sure it's helpful and constructive solutions that you are giving. Because that is probably the highest form of Virgo analytical abilities, is to give helpful and constructive advice, and also to be helpful and reliable and dependable, all of those sorts of things. Health and diet may come up with this as well, so perhaps you need to channel some income towards that to nurture yourself, which will have a very positive impact on your self-worth as well and what you value. So at this time, the other side of Virgo traits is being overly critical or nitpicking, and worry. And so nitpicking of self and others, and also worry, excessive worry about things. So rather focus on the analytical side, have a good long and hard look at things, and start trimming and cutting and tailoring how you need things to be going forward. Then in the third house, we have North Node, Life's Purpose. Lovely card. Third house is your house of communication. This is all forms of communication, verbal, written, can be body language, how you express yourself in general, can be online even. So the third house is all forms of communication, whatever it may be. It also rules documents and contracts as well, the third house. So this communication can be with people around you in general, at work and so on, but it can also be with the wider public, a wider audience, in a public forum, or even much bigger, a really bigger platform. It can also be to specific people in your environment. So this is family related, so aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, relatives in general, and it can also be to neighbors. So with North Node, Life's Purpose coming in, this is about being in the right place at the right time to get your message out. So destiny is at work, doors are opening for you. It also indicates past karma, sort of positive karma coming back to you. So this is karma from the past that is positive, it's now manifesting for you. Your purpose is somehow highlighted in this house. It's also about saying what you need to say. This is to move you forward, all right? So say what you need to say, clear the way, and speak your truth. About whatever it is that you need to disseminate. This is a dissemination of information, or getting the word out, or speaking your truth, saying what you need to say. You could be trying to get your word out, or your your self-expression or your communication to a wider audience. So this is like spreading the word. So whether this is online through technology or however it's working for you by word of mouth, but it's the spreading of information as well in order to move you forward, because this is very much a destiny card. This is about you moving forward into your purpose and into your destiny. You may be discovering talents that you've been hidden up to now in yourself. So hidden talents and abilities may be coming out now. This is also about ideas and expansion, growth. As I said, the dissemination of ideas, but getting your ideas across, expanding in some way. It's also about adventure, fun, creativity, and optimism. And so all of those activities are going to be very good for you right now. So whatever it is you're embarking on, try and bring those elements in for you. You could be going on a local trip, because the third house does cover that, short journeys. And you may be going on a fact-finding mission, or just to have a break, or to go and meet people. There's lots of ways that you can be using that. You're going to be meeting soul family at this time. That comes in with this card. So these people are going to assist you. You're going to gel with them in a very positive way. They're going to assist you. They're going to support you in certain ways. They're just going to get you on a deep level. Again, going into business comes in with this card. So this is very strongly indicated for you. You could be receiving rewards coming in for you as well. It's a really, really positive card. It's a go card. It's a yes card. It's a doors opening for you card. And this is moving forward now into the future. Just want to let my kitty out one moment. Okay, then into the fourth house, we have the complete opposite, South Node, life's debts. So with this card coming into your fourth house is your house of home. So this is your home and your family. The home it can be your actual physical structure, or where you're residing currently. It's also the atmosphere in the home and the people in your home. Your family is your relationship with your roots, your foundation, your family structure, your ancestry, your ethnic identity. All of those aspects may come in for you. So now, with this card, I feel this is a very, very important card for you at this time, because in order for you to move forward on all these other great aspects you have coming in on your chart, this is about moving forward, going forward into your destiny, into the future. But this is going to hold you back unless you deal with it. So this is really, really pivotal. It needs to be dealt with, and it needs to be dealt with soon, or it will doors will literally slam in your face as well. So there's two elements to this, but in order to harness these lovely forward moving elements, you need to do this. So with South Node, life's debts, this is about you must let go of something old and familiar in order to move forward. So this is about dropping baggage that you have, emotional, physical. It could even be where you're living. Old things that just got to go. Old structures, old ways of thinking, old ways of relating, or just old situations and circumstances need to go now, because they're going to hold you back. This is very much related to your 10th house, which we will get to, which is the house of career and fame and reputation, and moving forward in that direction. And this is kind of this is what you have to let go of in order to move forward. So you need to do a really good assessment of that. It's also about what has been earned. So what has been earned, whatever you have put positive energy and good karma into, will come back to you now and will manifest. But it also works the other way. So all things that have not been handled well or haven't been dealt with, anything unfinished or unresolved, will come back now to be dealt with, and you have to finish them, you have to solve them, you have to work through the difficulties of that and put them to bed now. These things must be sorted out. This is the card of endings and beginnings. So something will end and something will begin. It could be multiple things going on. It is a turning point. So yeah, do your best to handle what has been holding you back up until now, or what needs to be changed so that you can move forward. It's about getting out of a rut as well. So there's a change of direction for you, especially when the path that you've been on is rocky, or it's blocked, or it's full of obstacles of all kinds. Then that's an indication you need to change direction now. So this is the ending and the beginning that you need to process. It could also be that you're meeting soul family at this time. These are people who are going to kind of assist you to move forward as well. These are people, as I said, you're going to gel with, you're going to have some kind of deep connection with. It could also be that you are completing things with them as well. So completion so that you can move forward. And they will be open to that at this time. But whatever it is you've got to do in this house, it may not all just happen instantly and then you can move forward. You may have to keep at it, keep working at it until the thing is released. Okay. But it brings in sweeping change. So if you're not prepared to make the changes, then the universe will step in and make them for you, and that will be much harder. So you need to prepare your mindset. You need to actually tackle these things, be open and honest with yourself, completely honest about what needs to be let go so that you can move forward. Following on from that, we have the 5th house. This also does kind of continue on from that. In certain ways. The 5th house is your house of your creativity. It's your creative expression. It's not necessarily artistic. It can be any form of creative expression. It could be the way you conduct yourself, the way you dress your home, the way you are with your children. Are you creative with your children? Are you creative with just how your craft, whatever it is that you do in your life, the way you speak, the way you handle other people? It comes out in many, many ways. So creativity is your personal self-expression. It's also the house of children. So this is your children, but also other people's children that you may be associated with at this time. And it's also the house of love affairs, and it's the house of recreational activities, pleasurable activities of all kinds. So love affairs may come into that as well. So pleasurable activities, fun activities, sports, clubs, anything where you're enjoying yourself and it's recreational comes in. It can also have a speculative aspect to it. So that could be playing the stock market or stock exchange or gambling. Anything like that may come in as well. So with Chiron healing coming in, this card is all about healing that needs to take place before you can actually move forward. So this is, as I said, following on from the previous card, there's a lot of things in your life that possibly need to be dealt with before you can really start making progress at the time. And I think it's just a case of you making up your mind to do it. So Chiron healing, healing before moving forward. So these kinds of things are to do with repetitive wounds. It could be the same wound coming back up over and over again, or the same circumstance, or the same old memory, or the same old situation, or the same reoccurring. It's a reoccurring issue that keeps coming up. Some dysfunction that keeps coming up. Or it could be a repetitive situation. It's not necessarily old, but something that's repeating currently. It could be an old sorrow or situation or something that occurred, and there you see it again coming up. So when that starts happening, this is an indication that this thing has never been finished or resolved, so you need to do so. The only way to do that is to actually face it head on, pull whatever it is out into the light, have a good long hard look at it, and see the function and the purpose that it has had in your life. What function, what purpose has it formed in your life? Be absolutely honest with yourself. It's only between you and yourself and God. This information, you don't need to tell anybody else about it. Just work through it yourself, look at it, see how it's unfolded in your life, what it has generated, what has been its purpose, and then accept it fully. Take it on, take responsibility for it. Once you do that, you bring it into the light, you accept it, and then you can forgive it and release it and let it go. And then it should not reoccur anymore. So it's that kind of situation. This card can also bring in accidents or just unexpected trips to health facilities of some kind that could come in. It could be to do with you or the partner that you're involved in as a love affair, or it could even be as part of a recreational sporting activities that you're involved in, or it could be, as I said, to do with your children. Perhaps your children are going through this. This card also rules looking at natural or alternative healing and therapies at this time. So look at all of that. Perhaps the solution to what it is you're wanting is in there, exploring all of that. So it could be a therapy, as I said, or it could be a remedy, a home remedy, or some kind of natural therapy. It could even be homeopathy. It could be chiropractic, naturopathy. There are lots of different ones that you can explore, and that's what it's all about. It's not going to work for everybody at the same time, but one of those may just work for you at this time, or for your children, or however the situation is for you. This card also brings in learning and teaching. So you may be involved in that in some way, and it may have to do with natural therapies or medicinal applications, herbs, something like that. It could also be publishing. Publishing may be coming in for you. But it is all about natural health care and spending time in nature. So if you are busy with an activity, or you need to do a recreational activity, try and get out in nature, spend time out there, take up hiking or something, because that's going to bring you and anybody else that you're associated with taking part in this endeavor, whether it's your children or a partner. You're really going to get a lot out of it, and you will get healing from nature. Nature is a wonderful healer, and you will find a lot of insight in that activity. Then in the 6th house, we have Taurus, I have. So 6th house is your house of work, your workplace, your work colleagues, your work routines. It's also your mastery of your craft, whatever it is that you do. And it's also the house of health and diet, and it's the house of pets, your pets. So with Taurus, I have coming in, it's a very stabilizing card, actually a very nice card to be having in here. It's about growth, so planting the seeds for growth for yourself. It's also about receiving support, or you giving support, being seen as reliable, which came up again. This was in your 1st house. It's about projecting stability or harnessing stability for yourself at this time. So it's generally a very supportive card to have. So now it also brings in money issues. So it's about being independent and accumulation of funds, counting, currency, figures. Accounting comes into that, so actually sitting and doing accounting or bookkeeping or some kind of figure work. All of that comes in to this. So whether this is a new career for you, or whether you're doing this for yourself, or you are getting somebody in to assist you with this, but it's getting your house in order, stabilizing your finances, having a look at everything, getting everything in order. As I said, it's a very good time to be getting a loan as well. Perhaps, as I said, if you're starting a business, which was indicated a couple of times earlier on, if you're starting a business, this is going to be very important for you. If you need to get a loan, it's a good time to do that. But you're going to be looking at the figure side of things, and money and accumulation of it, and harnessing it is going to be very important, because Taurians like to do that. They like to put money aside for a rainy day. They like to build. They like to build income. And money is important to them, and the accumulation thereof. So you need to take on those traits at this time in this house. It can also bring in the procrastination of that. If that is the situation that you're in currently, perhaps you have to deal with things and you just keep putting it off. Well, you need to, as I said, you need to be projecting a very reliable and stable energy at this time, and that means getting things under control. It could also be, if none of that is really applying for you, then it could also be that you are displaying talents in the arts, or you're discovering talents in the arts at this time. So talents and abilities in the arts, or you could be getting involved in it in some ways from a work point of view. So that's all kinds of artistic endeavors, and it could be ballet, music, acting, any kind of stage work, any kind of artistic ability, actually physically drawing and painting and so on, any kind of artistic endeavor, or being involved in a play, or going to concerts, live music, anything like that is very well indicated. This card is also very much about looking at it from a health and a diet point of view, and even from, if you've got pets and so on. This is very much about comfort, home comforts, building that up for yourself, nurturing yourself and others, good food, quality food. What you're putting into your body is going to ultimately affect your health and your diet, and that's going to support you for the rest of your life. Because remember, when your 1st house, you're building good foundations for life now, and that is a healthy diet. You cannot ever get away from that. Good diet, good nutrition, focusing on that to best support yourself in whatever is right for you. Because that's going to really give you a fantastic foundation. You can achieve pretty much everything if that is in order. It's also about relaxation, taking time out, spending time in nature, but also taking time in between your work tasks to nurture yourself. So from a health and diet point of view, the other side of that with Taurus is sometimes there can be an overindulgence there. So overindulgence in anything really, any of the home comforts. any sort of luxury foods, overdoing it, going overboard. Even greed can come in on the Taurian side. So that's just too much of everything. So balance is key at this time. Then following on from that as well, even balance coming in. This is the 7th house. 7th house is your house of your relationships. This is your close personal relationship. So this is normally a love partnership or a committed partnership, like a marriage partner or somebody that you're deeply committed to. It's also business partners, so it can come in. If neither of those apply to you at this time, then it's another close personal one-on-one relationship. So this is the next level after the 5th house of love affairs. This is going to the next level. So it does also cover the lower courts and legal issues as well, the 7th house. So with Libra, I balance coming in, it is all about that, finding balance in all ways. But I feel that at this time, with various other things going on in your chart, I feel that this is about you sort of nurturing your close personal relationship, your significant other. So it's about nurturing that right now. So this is a partnership. This is about romance. This is about contentment. This is about forming a partnership as well. Linking up with another is going to be very well indicated for you at this time. So whether this is a love partner or just some other significant person in your life, or it could be a business partnership. And business keeps coming up again and again, so possibly that is coming in for you. But it's about nurturing that now, because you're growing things. You're growing, your workhouse is about that. You're about planting seeds. You're now building foundations for life and all of that. And your close personal relationship is always going to be part of that. And whether that's a business partnership as well. So partnership, that's what this card is about. And it's about balancing your needs and their needs. Your needs mustn't take a back seat. You have to put them forward and they have to be acknowledged. So if there's conflict, don't let go of your needs in order to keep the peace. No, that won't work, all right? This is about mutual support, merging, forming an alliance. As I said, marriage, engagement, all of these things do come in with this card as well. So you may be contemplating that at this time, but linking up with another is very important. This card can also indicate, perhaps if it's on the legal side, or if you're contemplating some other aspect of a relationship, it could be that you've been sitting on the fence about something as well. And fence sitting with this card will not do. You actually do need to make a decision now and take action on that. Otherwise, it will be made for you. And it may not be what you want, all right? Or what you think you want. So if there's a decision to be made, make it now. And, weigh it up and then make it up. Make up the decision, but balance your needs and their needs as well. As I said, legal matters may be coming in, contracts may be indicated at this time, perhaps a decision you need to make about that, or there's some other issue coming in for you, perhaps it's a past contract or some other contract, perhaps you're changing partnerships, So all of that needs to be dealt with this, but it's about balance and harmony, and there is a general air of romance and contentment with this card. Following on from that, then we have the 8th house. The 8th house is all about the deeper commitment in a partnership. So this is a love partnership. So this could be marriage or some other committed, close, personal, one-on-one relationship. But it could also be a business partnership. It's also about sexuality, all the levels of that, whether you have it or you don't have it, or you're exploring that with another. It's all the aspects of that. Scorpio, this card is actually in its own house, which is the 8th house. So all these aspects of sex, death, and rebirth, all those themes around that are very much indicated, and they're going to be strongly indicated right now. So the death is probably a symbolic death, like an ego death of some kind, or it could even be like a dark night of the soul, something like that. Or it's about birth, birthing something, birthing a business, birthing anything really, and also all issues around sex. But it is, the 8th house is very much also about the merging of you with another, in whatever form that is. So it's the merging of your material and your emotional resources. So this is your emotional side, but also your material. So that's your possessions, your homes, your finances, all of that comes in. And it's all the issues around that. It's also the house of big finance. So this is your investments, your insurances, your taxes, your assets, banking, accounting, all of those things that go down when you form a partnership as well. Or it could just be that this is a profession for you. Perhaps you're involved in that in some way. It's handling other people's resources or other people's resources in general. That may be a profession for you. It's also, it has to do with inheritance and legacies, and with the death and rebirth themes attached with this card and with this house, you may very well be inheriting something, or you may be getting something from somebody from the past, or it could be a family member or something like that. It could be goods or material items. That may be coming in for you as well. So with this card coming in, I feel for you that if you are entering into a committed relationship or a partnership of some kind, then all of those merging of your material and emotional resources are going to be very well indicated at this time. If this is merging with a love partner, then the sexuality issues may be coming up. It could be really good, or there may be things that you're working through, but it could be healing, sexual healing coming in. There's all kinds of depths to that. So, but I feel what this card is about is, what do you really want? What do you really want in this house? So this could be purely from a financial point of view, or it could be with a partnership. What do you really want? There's a lot of self-analysis that goes with this card in this house. You may have the advent of an important relationship right now, which requires deep self-analysis. But in all cases in this house, the old makes way for the new. So the old ways of you doing things, perhaps you've been a confirmed bachelor or a single person for a long time, and now you're merging with another. So the old makes way for the new, or you could be letting go of an old business partnership, and now you're moving into a new venture, something like that. There's intensity with this card. You can't escape it with this card or in this house. Things come up from the depths as well. So anything hidden, and this could be emotions, memories, facts, secrets, intrigues, anything under the surface will come out with this, because Pluto rules Scorpio, and it also rules the 8th house. So things that were not known before may be coming out now to be looked at and dealt with. Your reputation may be involved in this at this time. So if you're dealing with other people's money, or you're involved in money ventures of some kind, just be careful with that. Protect your assets right now. Taxes, banking, inheritances, winning and losing. All of these aspects come in with this house in this card. In this actual expression of Scorpio I transform. So you're changing things around as well, but you could also lose something in order to win something as well, which is a form of transformation. But it's also about being resourceful, and you may be tested at this time as well, because with this intensity and this card, it does bring things up which are testing at this time. Then in the 9th house, we have Jupiter abundance. So this is in its own house again. So you have a couple of cards which are in their own houses. So this is doubly important for you, Jupiter abundance. So lovely card coming in this house. It's in its own house. So everything to do with travel, and this is international travel. This is not local travel. International, everything foreign. And it's you meeting the world, or the world meeting you in some way. So it's travel, adventure, exploration, higher learning, faith, religion, philosophy, belief systems. All of these things come in with this, with the 9th house. So it's very much about that. It's also about publishing. Publishing came up before as well. So you may be wanting to write a book, or you may be involved in that process, or it's part of your profession, or you want to go into it as a profession. But higher education, so this is university level education. Perhaps you're a student and you're now contemplating what you want to study. So this may, if you are a student and you're now contemplating a university education, you may be having to move from your home, or you may be contemplating moving far away from your home to undertake this course of study. And it's the process of doing that in order to move forward into your new life. This came up in your 4th house, and it's coming up So there's some kind of abundance and opportunity coming for you, but you need to get yourself in the very best preparatory stage in order to harness that, okay? So it's about university level education, or perhaps you're contemplating that as an adult learner. It could be adult education coming in for you, or you're contemplating understanding or learning more about philosophy, religion, belief systems, the law. This 9th house is about the law, so it could be a form of study for you, or you could be involved in the law. Perhaps you're a legal person, or it's a career you're contemplating, or you're involved in a legal matter, because the higher courts come in with this house as well. It's also the house of teaching and public relations, public promotions, dealing with the public in all ways. It's the search for meaning, faith and wisdom, and all of those aspects coming in. So now with Jupiter abundance, it is literally bringing opportunity to you, to your door. So this is about finding your purpose. It's about destiny as well. But all things are travel, adventure, exploration, opportunity, expansion, luck, joy is coming in for you. So you're going to get a lucky break of some kind. Generosity, perhaps you're being generous to others, or you're on the receiving end of something very generous, a gift. You're going to be receiving possibly divine help of some kind. So perhaps you've been grappling with difficulties and now you get a sort of divine assistance. And this assists you to find your purpose or your strength or your faith in whatever it is that has been going on in your life. It's direction, freedom from something. Jupiter is very much about freedom. So freedom from something that has served its purpose now, and you now need to move forward, which is very much a theme going on for you now, all in the bottom half of your chart here. It's about finding your true north, moving forward into your future, and there's a freedom in that. You may also have a legal matter which needs to be dealt with or is being dealt with. The fairness is coming in for that, but I do feel resolution is coming in for you. But it's about blessings as well. This is very much the Jupiter aspect for you. So follow all opportunities that come in for you. Follow it up, all of them, whatever may come. You may have a whole lot coming for you. You may only have one or two, but follow them all, because something will turn out for you. Something will progress and give you the reward or the direction that you require. Then in the 10th house, we have Yod Destiny, another destiny card coming in for you. You've had quite a few already. So very pivotal month this for you, and it is your birthday month as well. So this card, it's not going to be easy. Okay, this is not an easy card, but the rewards, if you harness the energies with this, the rewards are great. Okay, so this is not an easy path, but it is about finding your purpose and your destiny, which is again linked to your 4th house, which was all about that, letting go of the past so that you can move forward. It's also about your 3rd house, your self-expression, your communication, contracts, documents, finding your true north, moving forward into your future now. Really, really important. Letting go of the old, healing old issues, finding your stability, and so on. And the Yod Destiny is very much about finding your purpose. However, the way it's going to occur for you is not about, it is a testing time, but you may feel apart from others at this time. The 10th house is about your career. It's about your fame, your reputation, your public status, where you want to go in the future, what you're emulating, what you look up to, what you've been aiming for. It's your ambition. It's also the house of authority figures, all kinds of authority figures. This could be somebody that you admire or you look up to. It could be somebody in your home. Perhaps it's a father, or it could be somebody that you know, or in your workplace or in your career. So it's all about that. It's also about the law. It's about, all forms of authority, military, anything that is an authority figure in your life or an authority institution. But it's also, as I said, about career and finding your way forward. So with your destiny, you may feel out of step with others at this time. So you may be just going in your own direction, and this is 100% accurate for you at this time. You need to be doing that, because through that process you will find your own truth and you will find your own path. So this is about going deeply inward to consult your own inner GPS, to consult with your own inner self, to find what it is you need to do right now. So you may be on your own, finding your own way. Working alone also comes in with this. Finding your own path, looking, consulting your own inner GPS. It's a form of pioneering as well. Perhaps you've taken on a career course or a career path where you don't get a lot of support and advice from others, and that is, you're not going to get it at this time. It's not appropriate now because you need to find it within yourself. You know what to do. Deep down, you actually do know what to do, 100%. So you must trust in that. Trust in your path. Keep going with this pioneering path. Trust that all will work out for you. The way may not be clear, but you just follow your true north, follow your own inner truth, and keep going. You're gonna need to sacrifice a few things. Perhaps it's time. You're gonna have to, be patient, which came up earlier as well. You need to be adaptable, flexible, and you need to be dedicated. Fate is in control, so you can't force things, but you've literally just got to keep following this path through thick and thin. But pioneering is really what it's all about. But at the end of that, you will find your purpose and you will find your way. Then in the 11th house, we have Grand Cross Provoker. So following on again from the 10th house, this does have a connotations to do with that. So with this card, in this house is particularly to do with friendships. It's also to do with your own hopes and dreams and wishes and your own hobbies and interests. It's also about your interaction in groups of all kinds. It's about networking and contacts, building those up, changing those around, however. So this is group activities of all kinds. This could be clubs, associations, societies. It could even be a group of companies. It's something to do with you in a group endeavor with others. And all the interactions and things that go on in that, making contacts, making new networks, but also primarily about your friendships as well, and your own hopes and dreams and your own interests as well, and furthering of that, your dreams about that. So now with Grand Cross Provoker, you may just have a lot going on at the moment. This is the juggling card. It's a lot of tension around this. You may be pulled in different directions at this time, so your energy levels are going to be pulled in different directions, or you may just have a lot of things coming at you at once. So juggling. So this card is about building stamina and inner strength at this time while you are processing all these different things at the same time. So it's about growth, using your talents and abilities to manage the energies that are swirling around you at this time. You're going to be facing some difficulties, and you may even be finding that you're facing resistance or frustration over certain things as well. And that's where your Yod destiny comes in. This is about moving forward no matter what. Keep going with what you're doing. And the only way to handle this sort of competitive energy that's coming in around you, competing for your attention, or all your, you just have got so much going on. The only way to deal with all of that is prioritize and be disciplined about things. So you could be across the board having a variety of issues coming at you. It could also be that, the friendships that you have, perhaps they're quite demanding at this time, or you may be just juggling that in conjunction with your own interests, what you want to do, and also what you are hoping to achieve at some point. And it may be to do with interaction into your contacts and your groups. How do you juggle everybody? And you just could be very busy at this time. It's also about group consciousness and future concepts as well, and the way and trends, the way society is moving right now. So, but this is just generally tension pulled in different directions, but it's about harnessing all your talents and abilities and using your stamina to get through what needs to be done, but building inner strength. And just prioritize prioritize what you're doing. Only focus on what is most important, and be disciplined about how you go about things at this time. Then in the 12th house, we have Moon Soul. 12th house is the house of the unconscious. So this deals with all things that are under the surface, your hidden motives and drives, ambitions, even what drives you inwardly. This is your deep inner self. It's also the house of your spiritual life, your meditation, mysticism and healing. So that may be important for you. It's also where you go to retreat or withdraw, to self-reflect, for seclusion. And that may also be appropriate, maybe So perhaps a retreat or just time out at this time may serve you well. It's also indicating that this is also the house of escapism, which can lead to addictions of all kinds. So escapism, getting away from things periodically is fine if it serves a purpose, but when it becomes too much, then it becomes an addiction. This house is also the house of service to others, so service work to others. It's also which may be a profession for you at this time. It's also about karmic lessons. So with this moon soul coming in, its emotions may be high at this time. So a lot going on. This is about building resilience. You need to trust your feelings at this time. You may need to retreat and take some time out to balance your emotions. Because your moods come up with this card. It is a cyclical card. Things are going through fluctuations and cycles now. This is also about your habits and the adaptation thereof. So old habits that you have had, perhaps you need to let go of now. This is about the past. It's about memories, old memories. You can look at all of the past and the memories and so on, but you mustn't live there, okay? This is also about, you may be feeling quite restless at this time. You may be wanting to get closure on certain things, and it's about finding resolutions to old issues, which came up in your 4th house, which was the house of home and family, and it also came up in the 5th house, which is obtaining healing before you can move forward. So that's the 5th house is children, creativity, love affairs, and activities, recreational activities of all kinds. So, finding resolutions to old issues, closure about that, which does come bring in issues to do with the past. But it's also about accessing your imagination and your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams right now. You may also be involved in public activities or crowds at this time, and sometimes that can be draining, and therefore you do need to retreat and withdraw periodically. Women's issues or women's wisdom may be coming in for you at this time, aspecting the feminine side or getting in touch with your feminine side. But this card can also bring in all things to do with culinary or food and nurturing. So you may need to be doing that for yourself at this time, or nurturing yourself through good food and, nurturing activities of the self and possibly others around you at this time. But there are fluctuations and emotions going on and moods changing with this. So time out, I feel, is going to be important just to self-balance with all the activities going on. Okay, Sagittarius, I hope you enjoy that busy, action-packed month. I hope you enjoy it. Have a great time. Please don't forget to like and share or like and subscribe. Take care, and I will see you next time.